Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Erongo Talk. My name is Leandria Low and today we join you from African View Accommodation here in Montesa, Swakopmund. Now as usual I bring you the latest news, the weather and tides, and for our interview we chat to Manfried Likoro, who is a co-founder of Food Namibia. Now he's going to tell us about his organization and the passion he has for urban agriculture. So please don't move an inch, we'll be right back after this. And now it's time for your news, and we bring it to you from African View Accommodation here in Swakopmund. Now, Swakop Uranium intends to expand the current approved Husap mine activities and facilities with the construction and operation of a proposed new heap leach facility. Now, heap leaching is an industrial mining process used to extract precious metals, copper, uranium, and other compounds from ore using a series of chemical reactions that absorb specific minerals and re-separate them after the division from other earth materials. Now, Swakopmund Uranium holds license ML171 for the Husap uranium mine. The mine is situated in the northern part of the Namib National Park, about 12 kilometers southeast of Arandas. Now, mining started in March 2014 and the commissioning of the processing plant commenced in December 2016. Now, the uranium mining giant said that the envisioned construction of a new heap leach facility would enable the further extraction of available uranium at the Husap mine operations by utilizing low-grade run-of-mine material which is regarded as unsuitable for treatment through the existing processing plant. Now, Swakop Uranium therefore undertook heap leach test work and engineering feasibility studies in order to determine the viability of developing a heap leach facility to extract and process the low-grade material in the existing tank leach facility. Now, in the article you can read about potential issues that have been identified, and you can also read about what the way forward is for Swakop Uranium. Now, furthermore, the Namibian Dolphin Project confirmed it had received a report of a whale floating in the vicinity of the Walvis Bay Harbour. Now, yesterday it was confirmed that it is a blue whale and is currently stranded near the Bayview Resort Hotel that is near Dolphin Beach. And it was confirmed that it was suspected that he was struck by a ship because one of or his pectoral fin is was injured. Now, the NDP said that Jonathan Morgan, who was helping the organization out last year, sighted the dead whale from a Lara Montour's vessel. Now, according to the NDP, this is a very unusual looking whale for the area. That was at the time before it was confirmed that it is a blue whale. Now, in addition to that, a stranded humpback whale was also found at the canopy fishing area that was last week. Now, a local resident made the discovery at the popular fishing spot, which is located near Henties Bay, north of Cape Cross. Now, according to Bridget James, who is a PhD candidate with the Namibia Dolphin Project, Cecilia Holthausen reported the stranding to NDP. Now, the stranding was attended to by James herself and Kirsten Engelking, a NUST student currently undertaking work integrated learning with Ocean Conservation Namibia. Now, during stranding events, standard measurements as well as tissue and parasite samples are taken to provide information for long-term studies and that are indicative of the overall health of the animal and the potential reasons for stranding. Now, they concluded that the male humpback whale was approximately 8.1 meters long, indicating that it was a juvenile. Now, no obvious injuries were apparent on the visible portions of the carcass. However, the emaciated condition of the animal suggests that the likely cause of its death was starvation, said James. Now, she explained that juvenile humpback whale beachings due to starvation are becoming more commonplace on the Namibian coast as the population continues to increase in size, while food resources in the Southern Ocean are negatively affected by climate change. Now, she said that baleen whales, including humpback whales, primarily feed on krill or schools of fish and typically bulk up before undertaking their migration between feeding grounds in the Southern Ocean and breeding grounds of Gabon. And then just finally, the Walvis Bay Municipal Council selected a suburb and street naming committee. and basically different residents from different areas in Walvis Bay, that includes Narraville, Kwesopmund, Walvis Bay proper, Dolphin Beach, Langstrand, were selected to serve as an advisory council to the municipal council when it comes to street naming and when it comes to suburb naming. So you can check out these stories and more on our website. That is at www.erongo.com.na. And another thing, speaking about council, is that there is an ordinary council meeting tonight at the Walvis Bay Municipal Council Chambers. That's at the head office in Walvis Bay. So there's bound to be some interesting stuff coming out of that council meeting. So check out our website. That's at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na for all the latest news happening right here in the Erongo region.
As has been said, my name is Manfried Likoro. I am the co-founder of Food Namibia, which also have an arm called Good Food Namibia, which is why we are here today as part of our social responsibility. Food security is one of the greatest issue facing Namibia today. It's not only a healthy or economic issue, but also a security issue, since 25% of Namibians face hunger and 65% of food are imported. And these are according to the statistics. These statistics might vary, but at the moment, these are the statistics that we have in the country. Now, Food Namibia and its partner, Joe's Park, and other stakeholders, we understand the challenges of food security. And then we came up with an alternative solution to engage community in the urban area to assist them to grow their own food through a sustainable, smart urban and small-scale food enterprises development program. One of the objectives of Food Namibia is to promote smart urban agriculture, which allows the inhabitants of those particular towns to use their backyard garden and grow their own food for self-consumption. And of course, if there is a surplus, they can also be able to sell to their neighbors. Now, with the worldwide outbreak of the COVID-19 that the World Health Organization's, the Director General, declared as a world pandemic, and also in Namibia, our President also declared as a state of emergency. And as we are all aware, Erongo region was one of the most hit region. With the first lockdown, we started with Erongo, Commerce and Erongo. And now with the COVID as a challenge, so we realized now, what can we do in order for us to discuss the issue of food security? Because when COVID comes, many things closed, food were not enough. If you go in the shops, you might not find enough food. So we started now to discuss with the community in order for them to make sure that at least they should do some things for themselves. Now, as a result of that, and all these challenges that we are facing, Good Food Namibia, Urban Agriculture Program, an initiative of Food Namibia was established. This, for us, is to focus much on identifying, in particular, the needy communities in the area that's much affected. Like here we are now, in particular in DRC, so that we can try to assist them with the little that we have in order to encourage them to grow their own food. And we were looking at asking them to grow vegetable, which are like spinach, beetroots, and so on. And of course, this vegetable also have some nutritional value that it comes with. Now, since its inception, Food Namibia, through its social responsibility, Good Food Namibia, we have also assisted close to 600 beneficiaries in Swakopmund, in Walvis Bay, in Okombahe, even including Karas region, where we also assisted some of the beneficiaries in Ludres. Now, as we were trying to tell our story, responsible corporate industry had us. And we met with Coca-Cola. And we shared our idea with them. And this is what we are trying to do in the community of Swakopmund, Walvis Bay, Utusep, as well as in Okombahe, that would want to assist the community in order for them to grow their own food. Coca-Cola did not hesitate. They looked at the idea and they said, this is a great idea that we can be able to partner together and sponsor. Because we really want to make sure that at least community can be able to grow their own food. Now, Coca-Cola came on board as the main sponsor. Everything that you see here, which we are going to launch today, is 100% sponsored by Coca-Cola. And here we are talking about 180 beneficiaries that are going to receive. Now we have 80 beneficiaries in Swakopmund. We'll have 60 beneficiaries in Walvis Bay. We'll have 20 beneficiaries in Okombahe. And another 20 beneficiaries in Utusep, which is in Walvis Bay urban constituency. And if you put all this together, they are around 180. And the focus is mainly on women and youth. And the young people that we are targeting are the out-school youth. Because we want to inform them or tell them that if you grow your own food, you can be able, the food that you're growing, if you grow it properly, and think as an entrepreneur, you can actually make a living out of it. Because if you grow more spinach and your neighbor does not have spinach, you can be able to sell the spinach to them. And that is what we want to install in the minds of the Namibian people. That there's no need for us to go at the shop and just buy spinach. If you can plant that spinach, if you can plant that beetroot, at least when you are going to Pick and Pay and Burman Brock, the only thing at least that you can go and buy there is a cooking oil that you cannot be able to produce. We do not need to say we do not have a space. The space is there. What we only need to do is that the space that we have, we need to look at it and put it in a very smart way. And you have witnessed or saw what we have done here, on what you can be able to do, on how you can grow your own food. And our aim, or when we started with this whole project, our target was to say we would want to have 1,000 small backyard gardens. And this 1,000 small backyard garden, at least by the end of 2021, if they can be able to benefit 10,000 households or beneficiaries, it will make a very small contribution. I always like to tell this story that one day we went to the Bank of Namibia, and when we discussed with the deputy governor said, people does not understand when an old lady, wherever you find yourself, and you grow that food for yourself, and when you have that food, instead of government now try to get money and focus and buy enough food that they need to bring in for the drought relief, the other money, it can be able to be used for other important developments in the country. Don't think that that one spinach that you are having in your house does not contribute. It does contribute. The fact that you are eating it, it does contribute, and it makes a meaningful impact. Now, if you are 10, 20, 30, 100, 1,000, 10,000, everyone is having your own spinach, it's going to make a very, very good contribution in terms of development and in terms of the nutrition values that you are going to have. This is the story I like to tell in the 5. Otherwise, I will talk here until sunset because I love it. But before I conclude, I want to call my co-partner, Ms. Marilise Serfontaine, and I also want to call Corne. Please, can you come and join? And Sophia. We want to thank Coca-Cola in a very special way. We want really to thank them. Yes, please. This is the teams behind. Let me assist you. Yeah, thank you very much. This is the team behind what you see here today. We work day and night. It might look small, but the effort that goes in to plan, to engage with the sponsor, to make sure that these things are set up, it's quite a lot at the background. We also have to engage with the beneficiaries in order for us to assist them. Here at this kindergarten, or this creche, we have set up 2 3x5. One is a greenhouse, and the other one, we call it a hoop house, but it's, the meaning is all the same, it's just the names. So, in that 3x5, if you will see when we go there and try to look inside and so on. Inside there, it can be able to feed the whole kids that are here. We are talking about 3x5. Now they have 2 of them. Meaning, after 3 months when they start harvesting, each and every kid who is at this kindergarten, they can be able to go with a spinach home and give to mommy and daddy. And that is the little thing that we really want to see. We have also set up another one at one creche. It's a 3x6. We have put up a shade net. And other beneficiaries, we have set up drip irrigation for them. And what we are telling the beneficiary to say that we'll set up a drip irrigation for you, a 2x2, a 2x4, a 2x6. And what we are putting up is for you to learn that this is how you put up the drip irrigation. This is how you use the reusable materials in order for you to do your own garden. Try to learn and then try to expand it also on your own. We'll also provide training to them how to take care of your garden. And also, we'll also provide training to them of an entrepreneur on how you can be able to sell. So that's the team that you see here. And I have to say that when we started only with one seedling that we planted. It was Marilise who started. They said, Manfred, I want to plant a seedling. Can we call it adopt a seedling? So we're looking for people in Swakopmund, because Marilise said, okay, Manfred, I'm going to plant one seed, and you also have to go and plant one seed at your house. I said, Marilise, I travel a lot. That seed will just die, and it will not make me feel happy. Maybe let's try to look for people who can be able to grow the seed for us. We call adopt a seedling. And it grew until where it is today. What we want to say is that try just to get 1 or 2 of you, 3 of you, grow the seedlings. And the seedlings, you can actually sell them. You can sell the seedlings. If you grow a lot of them, you can still sell them, because everybody wants to have seedlings. And that's actually how we started. And then my brother here, Corne, came in. He's a handyman. Everything that you see here is Corne behind it. He will go get the reusable things. He will put up things together and so on. And also, we have also Mr. Jack. Please, if you can stand. Yes, that's Mr. Jack. He was also assisting us to set up the hothouse that you see there. So what we have done that when Coca-Cola gave us the fund, we bring the fund, we also try to bring in and try to assist the people that need to assist us to set up. We did not just get the fund and then we do it on our own, but we also try to expand and other people can benefit. So in short, that is who we are, and that's what we've been doing. And we really want to thank Coca-Cola for believing in us. The impact that your rewards going to give here to these young people, they are going to remember it forever. And also we want to thank others, those who have been there before, Coca-Cola. We have Future Energy from Novano. They also assisted us with the first seedlings that we gave to the first beneficiary. And also we wanted to ask other sponsors to come on board and pick one house and make sure that you set up that particular garden for them. That's the only way we can make a contribution. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If I spoke a lot, please forgive me, because I really love agriculture. And thank you so much, Honorable Governor. We really appreciate for you being here, and you will witness all these things that we are doing here, and it will make a very, very good contribution to the young people as you see them sitting here. Thank you so much.
Hi there, welcome back. My name is Rowan van Dyk. I am a leadership trainer, I'm an author, and I am a professional speaker. You have been following the series on the leadership flag, and we are nearing the end. We are now at the penultimate video. And by now, you would probably have worked through these videos. Don't watch the video once and leave it. Use the video and go through it and have a look and see. If you want more information, as I said, go onto Amazon, download a copy of the book, Why Great Leaders of Catalysts, and you will find all the necessary information that you need. But what I would like to see you doing is that you are using these and are doing some sort of self-assessment and having a look and saying, if we go through them, how is my lifestyle? How's my example? How's my discipline? Am I being reasonable? Am I being sincere? going through all of those, and where you find that you're maybe have a couple of gaps, that you're developing a journal for yourself and you have some sort of a plan going forward of how you can close these gaps. So that by the time we get to the next video, which is the last video in the series, you've gone through all 10 attributes of being a leader. And you have identified where you need to do a little bit more work. You can always contact me if you want more information on either my website, rowanvandyk.com, or through LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. And as I keep saying, subscribe to the YouTube channel and you will get information. So the penultimate letter that we are looking at is I, the I in leadership. And the I refers to information, the sharing of information. As the leader, yes, you gather information, and by being sincere and by developing a relationship and working with your team, they will share information with you. But you need to share information with your team. I've worked with many corporates and smaller organizations, even small and micro enterprises. And it still amazes me that there are owners of businesses, that there are leaders, that there are senior management people that keep all the information to themselves. They don't share any of this information with their team. Everybody in your team needs to know where your team is headed, whether it's a corporate, whether it's a small organization, whether you're a department or division. Each person in that team needs to be aware. So if you're a large corporate, even your janitor, even your cleaner needs to know what is the vision of the team, what is the vision of the company, where is this company going to? Because everything they do is an integral part of making the company successful. So if they don't know where you're headed, they don't know what it is they're supposed to do. So it's important. You need to share information. Okay, I know now you're saying to me, yes, but what about all the vital information? You don't need to share every little bit of information you possess as the head of the organization or as the leader. But whatever is relevant to your team, and what's relevant to your team to be able to achieve the objective and to know the direction and know where we are going, that information must be shared. Because if you're sharing that information, what's happening? They are trusting you because you're not hiding things from them. You're telling them. And we currently live in an age of artificial intelligence. Every day I hear people say, oh, the robot's going to take my job. Probably. But you know what? If you share the information and you are preparing your people and you say to them, guys, I know this is happening. This is where the company is looking at AI and we want to roll it out over the next 5 years. And this is how it could possibly affect your job and your job. But don't worry, I will keep you informed as we're going. They're not going to sit and stress all day about whether they're going to lose their job to a robot. But best of all, they're going to know that even if they do lose their job to a robot, because you're sharing information with them, they have enough time to upskill themselves or cross-skill or do something so that when the job is replaced by a robot and 2 new jobs get created, they have the skills for the job. But if you're not sharing the information with them, and you suddenly one morning rock up at the office and say, people, I'm sorry, but I have bad news. The company has decided that we're going to replace half the jobs with robots. Sorry, guys, here's your retrenchment package. That didn't happen overnight. That was a long-term process that took place and a lot of discussion and a lot of negotiation before you got to that point. Why didn't you share that information? So share the information. We know the story. Sharing is caring. So if you care for your team, share the information that is relevant to them with them on a regular basis. As I've said, while we're on sharing information, if you feel that this video or this content is relevant to people you know or business associates or friends or whoever, share it with them. Share the YouTube link with them so that they can also be part of this and get the information as it is. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go to YouTube, Rowan van Dyk, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and remember, if you don't click the bell icon, you're not going to receive the regular notifications of when the videos get loaded. So thank you, and share that information. Keep the information flowing both ways in your team. I will see you back for the last video.
Now it is time to stop and smell the coffee, because we are bringing you the latest predictions when it comes to the weather and tide for all the major towns here in the Erongo region. Unfortunately, that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk, and I must say I'm having a very relaxing time here at African View Accommodation in Montesa, Swakopmund. Now please check out our website. That is at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na for all the latest news happening right here in the Erongo region. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter and on Instagram, and you can get in contact with us at 011 7040. That's 011 7040 for on both WhatsApp and on Telegram. That is also your go-to number, 011 7040, if you want to advertise with us either in print or on our online media. So remember, we still find ourselves in the pandemic. It's important that you wear your mask, sanitize your hands, and at all times keep your social distance. It's officially hump day, so it's a halfway mark until the weekend is here. So enjoy your day. We'll see you again tomorrow.